The Sangam age unfolds a fascinating chapter in Tamil civilization through its rich tapestry of archaeological sites and evidence. Recent archaeological discoveries in the Porunai River Valley could lead to evidence that there was an urban civilization in South India 4,000 years ago. Ancient civilizations have grown around rivers. Their waters are the lifeline around which human settlements and their activities have developed. The Tamirabarani River is a similar lifeline to the South India. Adichanallur, located on the banks of the Tamirabarani River, is one of the earliest archaeological research projects undertaken in Indian history. Excavations from this site date back to 1876, when German and British explorers unearthed significant discoveries at the site, and the finds are considered to be an impressive catalogue of Iron Age artifacts from South India. In 2021, the Archaeological Survey of India presented evidence of an Iron Age culture in Adichanallur, including urn burials, black and red earthenware, and Iron Age implements. The report read literary references to Sangam literature together with the material evidence found at the Adichanallur site, including several potsherds bearing graffiti markings of a star, bow and arrow, a ladder, fish, and a Tamili variant sign. The analysis also established that Adichanallur and its adjoining areas were mining sites and that the settlers were familiar with the technologies involved in melting, casting, and metalworking. The report also included an anthropological examination of the skeletal remains at this site. Archaeological investigations conducted by experts on the 170 skeletons have implied that there are three major racial groups: Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and Australoid. The racial affinities of skeletal remains recovered from Adichanallur have been further classified into 30% Mongoloids, 35% Caucasoids, 16% Negroids, 6% Australoids, 8% ethnic Tamils, and 5% mixed trait populations. Graffiti symbols from the Adichanallur excavation illustrate the prevalence of Kotravai worship in the Sangam period. This is seen in the broken pots deposited in burial urns, where the divine symbol is shown as Kotravai, the paddy crop and its grains, and Kotravai's vehicle, the Indian antelope, are all depicted in the funeral pottery from Adichanallur. These burial urns confirm that Kotravai was worshipped in the funerary rituals of the early Iron Age. Archaeology Department, in coordination with the National Institute of Ocean Technology, began a reconnaissance mission to trace the ancient port city of Korkai, identified a few kilometers away from the Tamirabarani River. It was during the time of the early Pandyas that the port of Korkai was inhabited by fishing communities and the pearl trade was at its peak. Multiple classical works of the Sangam literature, like Adichanallur and Kalithogai, speak of this port city's reputation. Porunai River was described in the Sangam Tamil literature, Purananuru. The name of the Tamirabarani stream has changed several times, from Porunai to Tamiraporunai, and now Tamirabarani. The Tamirabarani term means a river of copper leaves. The name came from the passage of traders and worshippers from South India to northwestern Sri Lanka. A carbon dating analysis of rice with soil, found in a burial urn at Sivakalai site, has yielded the date of 1200 BCE, indicating that the Porunai Valley civilization dates back to 3200 years.